So let's take a minute and look at how we can create a simple title frame within Premiere without having to go into After Effects. A very simple, basic title frame. We'll go ahead and animate it as well. But let's add a title at the end that says Terrell High School. Okay, we'll just copy some of this information. What can we do? So one thing I do is, one way to do it is go to the top, say Title, New Title, Default Still, and give it a name. We're going to call this Terrell High School. And then it opens up like this. Now this shows us where we are in the timeline. For instance, if I move it back here, you can see how it updates, right? Okay. So let's just put a cursor there. We'll just click in there with using our text tool. We just clicked in there and we're just gonna start typing. Terrell High School. Good enough. And let's center that up. So to make sure that it's centered, what can we do? Come down here to center. Well, horizontal center and vertical center. I don't really like that font, so let's go ahead and change the font. I actually don't like the color either, so let's change the color to the red for school color. There we go. Red, still hard to read. Let's change the background. You know, I'm gonna make this completely black. So what you can do in the title menu, there's a bunch of different options you have in here, so you just have to kind of go through it. If you want to add a drop shadow, you can add a drop shadow. I'm actually going to make the background black. So I'm going to select background, and there you go, just like that. It's a black solid, totally solid, and the opacity is 100%. If you don't want it at 100%, you can actually dial it back, you know, to whatever you want, it looks like. So if you want it over the footage, you can do that. I'm going to give it 100%. And just like that, very simple title. Let's go ahead and change the font just to make it something that looks good. It still looks offset even though we centered everything. It's offset. So let's go and make sure that our paragraph is centered as well. And now let's recenter that. There we go. So now it's completely centered within our video. And we'll just close it. Once we're done, we'll just close it out, the red. You can see in our project window, we've got Terrell High School. It looks like an image, but it's actually a title. We'll put it over the top here like so. And let's zoom in here, and just like that, we've got footage, and it goes right to black. Boom. Well, that looks good, but let's add a dip to black transition so it makes it a little bit smoother. So I'm going to take Terrell High School, I'm going to drop it down on top of the footage. I find by doing it this way, it's going to be a little bit smoother transition. We'll go into effects. So my effects palette was hidden. So make sure your effects, there we go. And I know I'm going to use a dip to black. So I'm going to go dip, whoops, dip, there we go, dip to black. I'm going to take that transition, I'm going to slide it right over the intersection there. And just like that, we've got a transition between this clip and this clip. So now if I play it, dip to black. Nice clean transition. What else can we do with this title? This looks good, but let's go ahead and animate it. I want Terrell High School to scale up a little bit. So I'm going to select this clip, go to Effects Controls, and click on the scale option. It creates a little diamond just like we've done before. Now I'm going to move out in time, say to the very end of the clip, and I'm just going to click in here, and I'm going to type in 110 for 110% and click OK, or click Enter. So now I've got a diamond there, a diamond there. I come back here, let's play it, and just like that, you can see it slightly scales up just enough for you to see it, but it's noticeable, but it's not really hurting your eyes or anything like that. There we go. Real quickly, we have been able to add a simple title frame. We've added a transition to go from our footage to the title frame, and we've added some scale to that as well.